As it turns out, everyone has two working geniuses, areas where they get their joy and their energy, two working competencies, things they can do well. It doesn't necessarily feed them, but they're okay, and two working frustrations where they don't get joy and energy. The best way I like to describe this is to think of the analogy of putting coffee into a container. Your working genius is like taking coffee and pouring it into a thermos and putting a lid on top. It is going to hold that heat for a long, long time. We can do things in our working genius for a long time and never really get tired. It energizes us and it feeds us. Then we have our working competencies. That's like pouring coffee into a cup, not putting a lid on it. It's going to hold that heat for a while, but eventually it's going to dissipate and go cold. Okay. Your working frustration is like pouring coffee into a cup that has a hole in the bottom. It's going to disappear right away. It's not going to hold that heat at all. And that's what we have to think about when we think about our working geniuses, our working competencies, and our working frustrations. Now, that doesn't mean all of us aren't going to at times have to do things in our frustrations, but if we're having to do it very often, it's going to crush us. It doesn't mean we're not going to have to do a lot in our working competencies from time to time, but that's not going to necessarily feed us. The more we can do in our areas of working genius, the more we're going to hold our energy and our passion and our joy.